Welcome to the Spirit Guide Daily. Hey, these are timeless messages that will cross your path when they are meant to, when we're on a collective. We all share energy. Messenger Oracle are bringing us an oracle card. This is an art oracle. I think it's messages of beauty or something like that, but I absolutely forget. This is the Lepus Tarot from the Witchy Cauldron. Let's get going. We're getting 3 tarot cards from this. Remember, this can also serve as an intermediate tarot lesson as it expands your ability to connect the cards and to understand reversals. Here we go. Let's get going here. Please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you like the reading, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So this is one of the cards for spell work. The reason being in the Rider-Waite, the pentacle is usually levitating. In reverse like this, it's interesting because it can be failure to learn a lesson or a new lesson being brought to you because the pages are students, the pentacles are 3D energy. So this is something in the 3D and it's almost like a new lesson is beginning. With the sun in the upright, and that's the best, this is the most positive card in the tarot deck. The sun, it can be about new babies. For this particular card combination, because the pages in reverse for me can indicate younger females, as in daughters or nieces. It's usually someone under the age of 18. This could say that you're about to conceive a daughter because the sun is one of the cards of conception. And it's a beautiful positive energy of all new things beginning. I really like how vibrant this deck is. It almost looks like it's AI created. We have the Hermit, the Tower in reverse. This is a very interesting tower. We have the Tower in reverse, which is a grounded energy. It's a new beginning energy. It is like, it can be starting over type of energy, but it's kind of not here. This is actually like if you've kind of been asking when summer vacation begins, it begins now. If you have been one of the people who just feels like you've been tested and tested and tested and never rewarded, it's like it's another test, but there's never a vacation. The vacation begins now. When we lean in on learning our lessons, they do eventually, we come to a period of kind of luxuriating in the new version of ourselves. And if you've been with me for a while, hopefully by now you're feeling a little bit better. And if you're not, you just have some more work to do. Keep leaning in on doing it. Knowing that it does take a commitment to self. It's difficult, but it does take a commitment to self. This comes out with Stay Strong. And it has a picture of a dragon on it, which I particularly like because that is one of the images for personal power, for getting things done. You're healed is the thing. Again, if this isn't describing you, it may not be the message for you. It may be something that comes to you at a different point. But this is the energy of somebody who is like back to who they used to be. Like the person you almost feel like you lost. 1 and 2. Let's get you. You are capable of brilliant transformation. And it has a butterfly on it. And I would really say it's almost like the new chapter of your life in which the past begins to fade from memory has begun. And part of like that happening is we have to be able to let go of the past. We have to release and choose closure sometimes. And people always want closure, but a lot of the times people have no idea why they did what they did because they don't understand themselves. And so any closure that they offer to you is usually based in protecting their own ego or the things that they have not healed themselves yet. So the closure that you choose is usually the most empowering because you're choosing your own freedom and not having your energy defined by what others have or haven't done. If somebody has done something mystifyingly hurtful to you, understand it's because they have their own wounds. They may have chosen a different path. Every now and then you have to accept that maybe somebody's just not such a great person because we are, and is that a condemnation or a judgment? No, it is a recognition that people can choose a different path and adhere to that different path, and it's not a spiritual path. And we have to accept that sometimes. That no matter how much you love somebody or focus on them, they may not make choices that are going to keep them on the path that you wish to be on. And when that happens, it's always best to release them. They can return to your life if they heal. And if they don't return to your life, it meant that they were not meant to be in it because they weren't willing to be at the level that you're at, or they had work to do, or they had an entirely different calling. But sincerely, if you have been waiting in stasis for a long period of time, where you just want closure, or you just want something to know what happened or to understand, please understand that you need to choose closure. And this is one of the cards for closures, and this is brilliant transformation. You are capable of brilliant transformation. So many new things are coming to you now. It's taken so long that I have this feeling like you don't have faith any longer. Please understand, if it took a really long time, it's just because you had really, really fundamental emotional, traumatic damage done to your psyche, to your energetic body, and to your emotional body. You didn't do it to yourself, and it was never a punishment. If you feel like you've spent the last 2, 3, 4 years nothing really happening in a personal capacity except trying to put yourself back together, please ask yourself, do you feel better now than you did when this all started? Because that's why it had to happen that way, was to teach you to look inward, to heal, to find what was troubling, to find what was fractured, to be able to put yourself back in to the strongest, most dragon-like version state of you can be. And a new day is dawning, and the future is, the road is clear in front of you. All blockages have been removed through your own effort, and it does take our own effort. And if you're not there yet, and if you're trapped in depression or anxiety, please, I'm always saying this, please consider medication. If you have not been able to get over the hurdles by yourself, and it's not that you're weak, it may be that your brain chemistry has been altered by such a long period of trauma that you're like, you have to take really advanced steps to be able to overcome it. And I never did take medication, not because there's any shame in it, but because I was afraid of what it would do to my ability to read, quite frankly. And so I chose exercise and diet and a whole bunch of other things, and living the healthiest life I personally could to be able to heal chronic depression and anxiety brought about by trauma and emotional abuse within a long-term relationship. And it worked. It worked. Adhere to a good, healthy program, and it will help aid your progress and speed your progress. And that's what I'm saying for the people who are still trying to get there. But I have a bunch of people who, you've gotten there. Like, you can feel it. You can feel that you feel taller and stronger and brighter and more focused. And if you are in that condition, if you have reached that area of being healed, what you really want to focus on is, okay, what's my purpose? What's my path? How do I help? What am I supposed to do? And those are the answers that will come to you very easily. But what you need to understand is that joy is actually returning to your life. This is one of the most joyful new beginning cards that there is, with a new beginning and a brilliant transformation in which the strength that you have built will lead you to your next set of lessons. And what are those going to be about? It's going to be different for every person, but it's very likely to be in your personal life. And if you've been on this journey for a little while, you've started to understand that your personal life is best lived in the 3D, and that most connections will reveal themselves within the 3D. Stick to your relationships in the 3D and go by how people treat you and how you treat others to find out what's really going on there. Okay? Take care. Be well. That was Spirit Guide Daily.